welcome, Outlander. Easy there, Red. Be welcome, Outlander.
Hey! Of course not.
Ouch. Throw me in with pink.
Where are you off to? Is that a tripwire? Whole area's rigged with them.
Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers.
That's all I'm seeing.
Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Hey, where are you off to? You're back.
Maybe I could get some help this time around.
Hey, fine. Kill him however you want. Tripwire's better though. Use a tripwire. Won't know what hit him.
Thank the forge you showed us.
Tripwire's handy.
Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like. I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Down that bristleback, headed south. But then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south.
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Did something happen in Chain Scrape?
Well, like someone.
I don't follow.
There's this sack of wet dirt. Olvend. Thinks he's the Elderman of Chain Scrape. Got half the town treating him as such. Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Olvend discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that chuff bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. Just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to save my backside.
I should get going. Thanks for the tripcaster.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control. So Erend headed south. I should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. Be prepared. Could try my focus, see what it picks up. There's tracks, headed up the hill. The errands? My focus can help me follow them. Can my focus see anything? Could use my focus here. Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Another one down! Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just a hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Erend! Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Turn into scrap, Aloy.
Could look around with my focus. Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Turn it into scrap, Aloy. Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs, huh? Oh, I'm good, I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire... what we did... it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part, that's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone? Ah, that figures.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming.
Oh, this just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this Sun Priest, Studius Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Ugh. It's nothing.
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off. You left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
This guy's so rude.
Erend, look.
So rude, like, come on.
I'm sorry it wasn't easy for you when I left. And I know it's not easy now, but... what I've been doing...
So lucky I'm being nice to you.
Life on Earth is in danger. And only I can save it.
Your life on Earth?
Yeah, who's gonna believe that, though? Come on.
Everything dies unless I succeed.
Well, then let me help.
Narcissistic thinking,
You
like...
can't. There's no machine to fight, no bad guy to kill. What I've got to do, I can't even explain it. Not even to people I care about.
Oh, so much for being useful. Okay,
Erend! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere. Obviously. We'll make it without you.
Obviously. Like, come on, dude. Are you... Okay, he's not that mean. Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
Okay, so where
We'll have to handle
should
that one
I
on
go
your own.
next? Oh, there's a question mark right there. I wonder if I can climb that wall. No, it says go all the way around. No way I'm going that far.
We'll only slow you down.
Make those. Might as well grab maybe these healing herbs along the way. Oop. Wrong end.
Hit the mark!
So I wonder where all the animals are. I need animals to do like all my upgrades. And these are robots. So much resources you get from them.
It's a ruin from the old world. But I could find something interesting inside.
Just leave it on the lap. Pretty fast. Go through a couple missions in this game before you start worrying about the side stuff, because you get like a bunch of extra gear. It's probably the best bet. Who's this guy fighting?
Let's do it.
Who are you? Tell me there's a reason I saved you. Where are you running from? Who are you? Why won't you talk to me? I just saved you. Whatever. She's probably a prostitute anyways. I don't want to talk to prostitutes. Better than that.
An image from the old world. Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest.
I'd like to feel my legs again if you don't mind, Savior. Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, here to escort Wadis the delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
That's something I would
Now,
do.
if you see any more of these
Eat
bristlebacks,
way too much food
Make
before
sure they
going out to
roll out of their
battle.
way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
And like my
Thanks.
IBS, I'd be like having to go
Stay
to the
safe,
bathroom every
Aloy.
10 minutes. Like, hold on, stop the fight, stop the fight. bro, come on, I gotta poop. You gotta let me go. Underwater smoke bombs? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... That's cool, I like smoke bombs. That'll be helpful. Can't roll the controls. Gotta plug my controller in right quick because it is dying. There we go. Much better. Okay. Where to go? Get onto that next. To go all the path. It says it's over there. Right here on the left.
It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river. Maybe there used to be a bridge nearby? There's the quarry Thurles mentioned.
Finally got some help.
One less machine. And it's full of bristlebacks.
Look at that thing drop!
Another one down. Incoming. One left machine. Another one down. There. Quarry's safe.
Cool.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk.
Fight out of nowhere. And I guess it wasn't out of nowhere. I mean, I knew it was coming.
Gotta stay in the right area and try again.
I don't know what Anora's doing out here, but consider
I
yourself
was
old.
smart about it too,
We
and I
tried to
like
hold off
upgraded
and wait for the
this
Vanguard,
weapon
but one of them bristlebacks charged
as much
us.
as I could, all the way
Next
actually.
thing you know, it was
But
a full-fledged
I think I was
fracas.
like short on the armor
Is
or
everyone
something.
okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have
I'll
lost
go
the
get
whole
that
quarry
done as
without
soon
you.
as possible.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a
Bit
quarry at
stronger,
work,
you know, do
but
a little
Chain
more
Scrape's whistle
damage.
ain't blowing, so
These
we're
guys
stuck
do
picking up the
massive
pieces.
amounts of damage. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, I guess it does. It's big old robot. Like,
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Ulvund holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
we got this. Don't worry. I can fix this for you, I'm sure. What about the
What are you and
quarry?
your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in the dawn before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet.
Alright, well hopefully I
need to
can
get
fix
going.
that for you, but I need to get
Stay
going for
safe.
now.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Valley should be safe enough to travel. I'll go give Letty's the good news. And maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Excuse me. Excuse me again. Yeah, I should just go finish some more missions. No. I'll come back for it. That's like I was saying. Like it just makes more sense to do the first couple missions in this game, from my understanding, first. So I'm just trying to do that first. Like, there's a charger set up here. Is that a fire though right there? Yeah, there's a fire right there. So I can use the fire to get back there.
I think I'm back in range of the Vista Point.
And there's a fast travel site over here. It's right there. Yeah, they didn't have the fast travel for free like this in the old one. In the first game, you know, Horizon Forbidden Dawn or whatever.
Time to
And
give
this one
Wadis
have
to
it.
Barren Light.
I mean, you still, if you want to travel from like any location, there's like an item for that, but in this one, there's just, you can fast travel from campfires at least, which makes it way easier because you couldn't do that. You had to have an item before, and yeah, if you have that item now, you can travel from anywhere. You don't have to be in a campsite, but you still have to build an item, you know. Okay. Anyways. Real quick, I'm supposed to restock all categories.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I hate this guy. This guy's rude as hell.
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay.
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
Well, I shall not be moving anywhere until the whistle has sounded. If it is not safe for them, then it is not safe for me.
Fine. I'll make sure the whistle gets blown, and then I'll be back.
Hear that? We're not leaving yet. Unpack the cart!
No. I'll be right back. Don't get comfortable.
As if that were possible here.
Dude, I'm
Petra
gonna
mentioned
beat
Olvind
you.
is supposed to be in charge around here. Guess I should
Really,
talk to him to get the whistle blown.
really hope I get to beat him up. That would make me feel very happy. But like, I guess he could just suffer some sort of terrible... maybe not terrible, just something bad. I want something bad to happen to him. Drop his ice cream cone at least. Some sand in his underwear.
We all know it was the Carja who let the bristlebacks into the valley. Sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light.
That is preposterous. Why would we let dangerous machines into our own land?
You mean the land that honest Osram laborers work tirelessly with no say in its
interesting.
governance? The land that, should you sign the decree,
Oh, you and that damned concession decree.
would be managed by the people who actually live and work on it.
Oh. So he's kind of he seems like a good guy.
What do you want, Olvind? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
Auspicious timing.
We might. Later.
Very well.
Gotta love
Shall
these
be
words.
waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olvind Freehold, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters.
I don't know. I don't know. This
Guess
guy's
that means
seeming
you'll be
shady.
moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my... saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
So yeah, I don't know
Well,
about the
I
cars.
refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Oseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not
Just
soldiers.
test out my microphone here.
Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Oseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Oseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of
How
course.
much would be my share? That's good.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Oseram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow.
Oh
I
yeah,
invested
come
in the
on.
mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Oseram.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh, there, not so fast. I'll
Dude,
have to send someone out to
blow the
confirm
whistle.
the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. Shouldn't take more than a day or two.
I found like
No.
some
You blow the whistle
information
now.
These are
that I had to
innocent
read. You know,
Oseram
it was in
lives
one
we're
of those
talking
notes
about.
earlier.
Surely the delay.
Either you do it now,
Yesterday when I
or
was
I
playing.
will.
That said that he was supposed to delay us at all costs.
I knew you
and
could
not
do
let
it.
us through no matter
Friends,
what.
gather round. The savior of Meridian has done it
I
again.
didn't realize it was this guy
The
though.
bristlebacks are
But now that he's
defeated.
acting this way, I realize it.
You. Sound the whistle. Chainscrape is open for business.
Yay.
Because like apparently
And
the meeting
Ulvund has
between
agreed to
Karja
personally pay
and
every
the
worker
other
their
people or
lost
whatever.
wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it.
Yeah! Woo!
Ha
Yeah! Yeah!
Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Man, she's just standing there all aggressive, dude. Merchants are now so unneeded items at merchants. Skill boosting food. Alright, yeah, I will definitely do that. What is going on around here? See, this is what I heard. You're supposed to do a couple missions before you're supposed to do like 10 of the main quest missions before you start playing, and I think I might have done like 4 or 5. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing what the game tells me to do for now. Just a couple more at least. It seems like it's unlocking more and more, so like it only makes sense to get the game opened up before I'm running
Chance back to
around
work. Merchants should
and
be
not
open to trade.
finding stuff because it doesn't exist, you know.
I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis.
Like all these merchants just appeared, you know.
Sergeant Magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
There you are, ugly guy. She said something about going to the tavern, though. It says I heard that you can do like all the quests afterwards, but like if you do some of them first, then it shows up during the gameplay, you know. So like during the storyline, like random things will happen because you did that mission already. I want to do this mission. It's a side quest. Let's do that. It's only level 7. I'm not talking to you right now. How far do I have to go? Okay, it's not too far, thank goodness. Dude, this map is so terribly confusing.
You look like someone.
Oh, I think I went the wrong map. There's a side quest I can get in here.
Why do you like the sound of my voice?
Then I'll go grab it. I'll go grab it.
Hey, Milda.
I love cooks. I'm a cook
Took
myself.
Some of your stew last time I went into the wild.
Good cook.
Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me.
Oh, I like this guy.
Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Okay, I need some details
Are
first.
Alden's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Olvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back.
Boars and
Guess
berries.
they like my food. Or the ale.
Ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients. A few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do.
Okay,
As for the
dude.
griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. you'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough meats and bitter leaf.
Working on a side quest right over here. I'll do yours. Or should I do this one?
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd.
I don't know, dude. It's
But the
starting to
louder
seem
and
more and more
longer
likely
he says
to
it,
me.
the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Carja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How absurd.
How did
Why is it absurd?
you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape.
Excuse me.
Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Carja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
So you want me to do more stuff, is what you're telling me? That's a lot here. Do more stuff, do more stuff.
Change your mind about that? Sit down for a game of come to revel in some strike, sister?
This.
Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original, straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Side quests are always, or side games, like, things are always, like, the best, like, always. So hopefully it's good in this. I haven't heard anything about this, so it must not be that good. Oh, jeez.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine,
And each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine.
Whoa.
Notes also tell you how far a piece can move.
Oh, okay.
How powerful their attacks are.
Okay. And how far they can hit.
Distance they can strike from.
Yeah. And then their health, of course.
And of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go.
Yeah,
I
I'm
own
cool
the
with that.
board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since
Oh,
this
that's
is your first
rude.
time, I'll let you go.
So I mean, I
Usually
always
you
go
get to
second.
choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward.
Oh, come on, you're gonna make me do exactly
Remember,
what you want me to
each
do.
machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
Yeah, I see it.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second.
I don't like this moving them close to each other. That seems like a bad idea to me. But whatever.
Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here.
I like how her like body's moving. Like I can see her
And we're back
hands
to
like
you.
they got together.
This time, why don't you try attacking
kinda
one of
cool.
my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power.
Okay, so
And just like your
yeah.
machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain.
It's
So right
health
now,
and attack. I
the
get it.
difference in combat power between this means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my
Why
machine.
she like dumbing
get
this
all
down
that?
so much? Like, yeah, I got all of that. It made total sense.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine.
I bet you it's gonna get like stupid complicated though.
Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab... See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try sprinting up to one of my machines. If you sprint... Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion.
Yeah.
Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
That's about it for your turn, then.
These guys have. Oh, now they have.
I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces.
Oh yeah, I see
Blue
them.
shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, just gotta overcharge that machine and attack mine. You gotta... Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine is knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner!
The winner, oh my goodness.
Wasn't so hard, was
Holy
it?
cow, I won.
Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from.
Can't believe it.
You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have one. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of
Totally will. This game seems overly complicated,
Though
and
they'll
I
need the right
love
materials
overly
to craft
complicated games.
Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
I'm totally up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Be right back. I gotta use the bathroom, guys. Okay, back. This is a little bit of a confusing game, but I think I got the basics, and here's the tutorial, so I might as well continue. So it looks like this one only had one type of tile, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, looks like.
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet.
Yeah.
How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent.
Right.
Here, I'll show you.
You're overly explaining it, lady.
Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage.
Do we really think
Go
people
ahead
are
and
this
test it out.
stupid? I had to explain it, this dumbed down.
There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack powers since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points.
Wow.
If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens.
Oh, come on. I don't want to do that, though. That seems stupid.
Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards.
Oh, I see.
Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage.
Oh, no, 1, okay.
But knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once.
Right, if they're lined up, I get it.
Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you.
And my turn. What the fuck? Fudge.
Alright, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left.
So it's gonna do what? Wait, what? I don't want to do... Excuse me.
I just want to show you what happens if you place your machine on marsh terrain.
I don't want to.
See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
Seriously? I feel like I didn't learn anything from that. Maybe I'll get something for doing it. I hope I do. Okay. Anyways, I don't see Sean in the chat or anything, so I'm going to go over to Twitch and try my luck over there. See if I can get any viewers. I just want some of the live game. So, yeah. Peace out, YouTube. Actually figure out how to stop this.